What are you doing?
We're delivering the petitions to the convention secretary.
On how to repeal birthright citizenship, take away a woman's right to choose, and build a giant wall they've been talking about. In CD1, we are going to re-elect our champion and ally, Dina Titus. In CD2, we are ready to send Mark Amadei home. In CD3, whether it's a failed perennial Tea Party candidate like Danny Tartanian or a power-hungry Washington-style career politician like Michael Roberson, Democrats are in a strong position to take back this seat.
Petitions to the secretary of the convention. I would like each petition number read that you're accepting each one. So if we can go through this. You're accepting petition C3.
Okay, to be honest with you, I'm a security guard.
Okay.
My job is to do this.
But can you alert the secretary of the convention, Marla Turner? We have petitions to turn into her.
Democrats are in a strong position to take back the
unfortunately-
Senate and the Assembly this fall.
So there's no way to get her attention?
Our job is to keep people away from the stage.
Okay.
And we're renting.
Republicans accountable over the next 6 months. 16 different Republicans tried and failed to stop Trump this year. Now it's up to all of us to get the job done. If you agree with me not ever
You're the
allow
convention secretary,
racist
Marla.
and out-of-touch billionaires like Donald Trump anywhere near the White House, then now is the time to get involved. Whether it's phone banking, registering voters, making the donations, the Nevada
I have
Democrats
7.
were help in 2016.
We have
We
9.
can defeat Donald Trump this fall, and we cannot defeat Donald Trump this fall without grassroots support. So thank you so much for being here today. I look forward to a great convention, and thank you for all that you do. And now, I'd like to introduce the next United States Senator. Oh, what? Time out, not quite. I'm sorry, I forgot one procedural thing. Let me bring up our credentials co-chairs, Leslie Sexton and Artie Bronco, for the first credentials report. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, Democrats. Madam Chair, as of this morning, 9:30 a.m., we have registered 1,245 Clinton delegates, 1,149 Sanders delegates, order in the hall so we can finish the report. Order in the hall.
Yes, there are petitions. We have 9 different petitions. So we would like to
Credential
have someone accept them.
373 Clinton
Accept
alternates
party.
and
Okay, where's my video? Okay.
326 Sanders.
No.
At this moment, Madam Chair, at this moment, we have a total of 2,394 delegates.
Okay, so I'm presenting you petition C3.
Do you have any clips or anything?
I don't. All right, petition G787.
Okay, is there any particular order?
No.
They do have letters on the bottom.
Letters and
It's
the
A,
number.
B, C, D.
But it doesn't
Yeah.
matter which order you do.
The order doesn't matter, but they are separate.
H8. Petition I9. Now tell him the number of your petition when you're handing it to him.
Petition P4. F6. You guys have copies of those?
Yes, we do.
petition A1.
And where will you guys be performing the verification of signatures at? What committee will be
The credentials committee does it, but what we're going to do is review them, and if they look in order and have the right number, I don't think there's going to be a big issue about the credentials. Let me ask you this: are you representing to us that all of these are seated delegates that have signed?
We have no idea if there's
Except those marked alternate.
Okay.
Most of them are seated delegates, but there are a few that it says alternate.
Okay. Have you counted the numbers?
We have. They are not yet at the threshold amount. We are giving these to you now as a courtesy to start counting because they're still coming in.
But do you have summaries for each of the petitions for now?
Summaries of the numbers. These are
the numbers of signatures.
Yes, we do.
Do you want to share those with me?
No, you should
I don't
consider
have them. We don't have our printer working yet, but I believe A1 is the most with.
So at this point, are any of them over the threshold yet?
It depends what the threshold is. A1 is at 738 signatures.
I want to say as of this morning it was 790
Okay.
at 9 o'clock, but it's probably changed.
Yeah, so but we are continuing. We're giving them to you now just so you can get started.
Well, I appreciate
because we know
you
the
giving-
counting will take a while. But yeah, no, at this time they're not over the threshold to our knowledge.
Okay. Let me ask, are all of these for rules changes?
Yes, so you need to consider them prior to the vote to adopt the rules.
Well, the way it'll happen is a motion will be made to approve the rules. There'll be a second, and then there'll be motions to amend the motion.
There will be no discussion.
Well, yeah, first there'll be discussion on the motions. There'll be motions, there'll be discussion, and then before the vote is taken, then somebody moves to amend.
Okay, and we'll be entitled to based on the once these are approved.
Yeah, if the threshold is reached.
Okay, so do you anticipate that you will be reviewing and approving these prior to the vote for the rules?
Right. I mean, I think we want to make it so that this is considered as a part of the rules discussion. So let me take these, and I think we'll go to the credentials committee, but I'll check it out.
Okay, the credentials committee has a huge line of delegates waiting to get in line. So is this going to be considered before the delegates are seated or after
The
the
delegates
delegates?
have to be seated first.
Okay, so then you can't have your rules discussion until after that happens, which can't happen until you shut off the line at 10 o'clock. It's checked in everyone from the line, and the credentials committee, which ran until midnight last night, holds all of their meetings. So we may not be adopting rules to the convention until 2, 3
Well, I
o'clock.
need to discuss that with the rules committee.
Okay, and who is the representative on the rules committee?
I don't know.
I think that's 3. I think the one I know for sure is Greg Gardella.
Okay. So let's ensure that the rules committee has the Sanders supporters there, but we can't adopt the rules for the convention until you've gone through this process and gone through that
Well,
process.
you have to have the threshold number in order to hold up the process for the rules.
Okay, we
consideration.
still have additional petitions we're working on to verify with them, so you can't close it. This is a courtesy. This is not the full vote.
Okay, well, I appreciate the courtesy, but when the rules discussion comes up, the ones that have a threshold can be considered. The ones that don't have the threshold.
until the threshold is verified.
Reached. We at least so once we have stated to you that the threshold is verified, you can do the counting and hold on there.
Well, let me think this through.
When we officially represent them.
Okay. So when the rules come up, if any of the motions have the threshold, then those motions can be considered. If you don't have the threshold, I think you can't, the rules
But we don't
discussion
know
goes
if
on.
the threshold is met or not because we have alternates that are yet to be converted to delegates.
Well, when the rules comes up, then we find out what the threshold is. The credentials committee tells us what the threshold is. And so you probably need to have more than you
The credentials
need.
committee can't tell you what the threshold is after they've verified all the alternates, all the delegates.
Well, it's the threshold at the time that the rules are considered. So whatever delegates have been seated, that sets the threshold for consideration of your petitions. If your petitions don't meet the threshold, then they can't be considered.
If our alternates convert to delegates, that changes the formula, and then
It's at the time the rules come up for discussion.
Do we know when that time will be? Do we have any vague sense of what time that will be?
When you look at the agenda, it comes up early in the consideration. Yeah, it's. I think I give an overview.
So you have additional
I'm trying to video them.
Do you want me to?
I'm trying to video them for documentation.
Let me get it back.
I'm sorry.
But you're telling me that you've marked the seated delegates and you've marked the alternates.
We haven't had any alternates signed. These are all delegates.
Somebody said that alternates
He
were marked.
he represented that there were a handful. I don't know where they are.
There may be a handful in there, but this is majority delegates.
We've asked everybody if they're. I asked everybody if they were delegates, and I only got signatures from delegates.
So let me talk to our two rules guys and see.
Okay, is the rules guy include a representative of the Sanders Committee? You said you're speaking your two rules guys. Just one from the Sanders Committee.
I think both of them.
We're both Sanders preference.
Okay, give us a moment. But as I said, when the rules come up, any petition that doesn't have the threshold number won't be considered. If it has the threshold number, then I think what we're going to do is just. We'll give it to the Credentials Committee, but not going to take the time to check every name. But we'll have to trust you guys that you've given us the delegate names.
At what point in time are you going to elect the alternates to be delegates?
After all the delegates in line at 10 o'clock. So the alternates will probably, seated alternates will probably not be a part of the rules consideration process.
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay, so they'll keep seating delegates until everybody in line at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
And then once all those are seated, they'll know how many alternates to seat. They'll start seating them up into the rules. But the rules discussion will happen before it happens.
Okay, so my question is going to be, should I start having alternates?
What about the ones that are supposed to be listed? Where do they are? The rules, the vote on the rules, I think what Chris is saying is that the vote on the rules
Credentials Committee is still working on it.
before the state seated alternates. So
They're still working on it. There's a Credentials Committee
delegates are in here,
and they're reviewing all the cases that have
as long as they meet the threshold for the number based on the strength of the convention. And the strength of the convention
The
is
national ones
how many delegates
are
are
the national
seated.
delegates, people that are going to be approved
Actually,
today.
the close I'm talking about the registration, which is now right now.
Right, that's
What
not
they want
national.
is the numbers in here.
They thought they were aligned to state credentials,
Then
but they're telling them that they're doing national ones first.
They don't meet the 20%.
They might be because there's a
That
10
makes sense.
o'clock
I just want to know if I
deadline.
have to start getting my alternates assigned.
And so they might be trying to
Yeah, don't do that.
We need to have our rules. We need to have our
But the
rules
credentials committee
established
doesn't.
probably before the alternates.
I think I'm going to prioritize, Greg. I'm going to turn these over to the Rules Committee. Reverse to get back up on the podium. Okay. And I think
We have pictures of all those.
good.
No, we're talking petition.
These are going to go to the secretary. Or we,
I don't want to interrupt Catherine's speech, but I think
What the numbers are right here.
It was overall. That was overall numbers. That was both parties.
so far
That was both camps. That's delegate and
highest
delegate
number is
numbers.
720.
His numbers?
That's all.
And one, that's the highest number they have. That's the lowest number they have. Do you guys have a summary of that?
how many people in each line that we can look at?